Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Combatant scan. Torpificator at ready status. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Yeah. Combatant scan. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Giving chase.
Villains abound. Be on guard.
Forever vigilant.
Forever vigilant.
Hostile in proximity.
What's your purpose here?
His gaze sees all.
Better take a gander. Sovereign provides.
Stand ready.
System abides.
Our foes are close.
Employing a thorough, methodical search
Search
pattern.
completed in a logical and
Come on
timely
out.
manner.
I give you my word. We can resolve this like decent aborting search. Some phantom of the mind. Can't be too far, I bet. Terminating this fruitless pursuance. Lollygag somewhere I ain't.
I shall not stay your...
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Target analyzed. Lay down bombs.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on unresponsive bystander. Disrupt!
Either the rifts devoured everyone here, or they're all waiting to spring out at us.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console.
I shall reduce them to a
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Announcements are seldom so pressing that everyone must leave their posts. I find myself wary.
Don't become a statistic.
I shall reduce them to a slow.
Check your scope.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Yeah.
If that modulator device truly lets us modify rifts, it might be the most important device in the universe. And that's not hyperbole. I don't do hyperbole, dear.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone. Some may
Wonder how long ago the Order predicted this.
but it is
Assume the presiding bishop's been keen to the possibility for some time.
What? That's impossible. This must be some kind of ploy on the consul's behalf. I don't believe it. That scum. That miserable scum. To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the sovereign. I shall not rest until the consul pays for his treachery and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated.
and step into the prosperous future our matriarch promised.
A protectorate led by the consul is no protectorate at all. They are the outcasts, not I. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed. That it does. How long has this conspiracy been in motion without my realizing? The very thought makes my blood boil. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
Weapon ready, Commander.
Grenade? Away!
Stomping out a hostile.
Targets at the moment.
Prepare for absolute...
Arbiter. I know I do not have leave to access these security files, but I can assure you, my intentions are in service to the Protectorate.
At ease, subject. I've no business with you.
Then, does your arrival have something to do with the commotion I heard just now? Are we under attack by the enemy? Looking for proof. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. So, it is my duty to report him.
Of course. Tell me of these security lapses.
Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I recommend he be replaced until such time as his behavior has received proper scrutiny and subsequent correction.
I remind you that I am in no way beholden to your recommendations, subject. Whether or not your compatriot receives correction is up to my discretion alone.
Oh, of course. Should you require further data points for your assessment, however, I would most dutifully provide them, including my version of the recent incident. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. You try telling the caretaker of worlds what he can and cannot do. Poor Henry. I do hope his refreshment goes expediently. No, but when you work in such close proximity with someone for long enough, certain attachments become almost inevitable. I'd like to think the Sovereign and I bonded, in a way. I understand Henry's obsession with rifts better than anyone else, and I still share his determination to find a solution. Coincidence is not causation, I know. But with recent events being what they are, it's difficult not to draw certain unpalatable theories beyond mere incompetence. Sabotage comes foremost to mind, though the perpetrator and purpose remain a mystery. If only Valancourt was not at permanent cross-purposes with me. Much can be said of Valancourt's unsavory character, but a traitor he is not. But if not him, then who? Suspects? I only began this cerebration mere minutes ago. Until today, assuming one of my staff held malice aforethought toward the Sovereign would have been inconceivable. Oh, I understand now. This is a security assessment, hence the presence of an arbiter. I can certainly help expose the facility's failure points for you. In exchange, I hope you will assist me in delving into the cause of the rift incident. We'll just need Valancourt's keycard to access the restricted wing.
Regardless of our new state of affairs, anything that threatened the Sovereign's safety must be thoroughly investigated. Even this Valancourt should see that.
I cannot assist in acquisition, but once you take the prototype, it will trigger an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility should you face any difficulties from Valancourt. After we conclude our investigation, of course. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. The kind that proves I did not dishonor myself by making a mistake, and that the cause of the disaster was due to someone else's malfeasance, deliberate or otherwise. The prototype rift modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the keycard and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing. That is what we've agreed upon, is it not? Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within. I've already shared more with you than I ought have, but go ahead. That's an ugly way to describe a legitimate transfer of power. And if you're trying to bait me into expressing an opinion of my superiors, I assure you I will not. A technicality. He's inferior in every way that matters. In public, Henry has adopted the affectations of his father. In private, he is much more personable, though meddlesome too. Always wanting to be involved in the experiments. He becomes most animated when we discuss how matter might be reconstituted from the rifts. What was lost somehow returned. You could say he has a vested interest. His motivations are personal. All I am willing to say is that he is a man who loved his family very much and would move planets to see them again. He and the consul wore coats cut from the same stern cloth. Henry has never quite matched either of them, in terms of temperament or severity.
Unfriendly nearby.
Questions are an
Deserves a look. A vital cog.
sustain the system.
Though I'm wary of engaging with the anomalies, it's possible there may be something worthwhile within.
Hey, Envy, lost track of him.
Someone hiding?
Regain sight.
Storing the balance.
One rift anomaly modulator, as requested.
The prototype rift modulator has been initiated.
Quickly, use the modulator to open the rift. It may provide your only avenue for escape.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. Avail yourself of it. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center, aided and abetted by one of our very own arbiters, no less. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Prototype modulator. The first of many such devices we've created here at the center. And regardless, that one won't remain in your keeping long. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? Act glib if you like. All you've done is illustrate the need for more invasive auditing of my personnel. I'll be sure to inform them of your role in that unpleasantness. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. Does such bravado normally advance your agenda? So be it. We can forgo civilities. I will await you in the hangar. There, bullets may fly more freely than words.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
As of this morning's demonstration, we have finally proven my central thesis. Matter within the rifts is not permanently destroyed. Broken down into pure information. This confirms many of our theories about the rift to an overwhelming degree, including the potential to restore this information, albeit imperfectly. I expect the Sovereign will be most pleased. I'm scheduled to meet with him later today to discuss my findings more in depth. Note to self, impress upon the Sovereign the risks of this research, lest he insist on attending the next demonstration. I surely cannot rely on Valancourt to do his actual job.
My death would be a stain!
Batten scan. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
To me, weaklings! Do your...
On their weaknesses. You try to limit further damage, Commander.
Target analyzed.
Lay down fire. Find the hostile.
Remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards?
Every
He was so
subject
excited about you having that vintage foil with
glorious
his
bounty.
favorite idlers and freeloaders in our midst!
Don't be reluctant to unfold any rifts you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Good decision to disable these machines. Yeah. No glory about fighting constructs.
intense curiosity to find out what's inside that peculiar-looking rift.
Invasive!
Standing by to
Taking punitive action!
Do you suppose there's been another incident? Like the one with the Sovereign?
No. It seems we may have been intruded upon during the Consul's announcement. I heard it from one of Valancourt's men. An outsider, apparently. Violent.
How ghastly. Well, Valancourt no doubt has it in hand. Perhaps this will take some of his edge off and he'll let us alone after.
A hypothesis that does not hold much water, I fear.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Trust the plan, preserve set progress. Sustain the system, serve the Sovereign.
Check your scopes for combatant.
Heal it.
Combatant scan.
Rest and preserve.
Maintaining perfection.
The Protectorate endures!
Trust the plan.
This office is more immaculate than my quarters. I have found that the tidiest spaces often belie filth-sodden deeds.
Every protected subject, ensure they're operating at peak efficiency at all times.
my family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do with it. What exactly are you plotting?
Suspicion is unbecoming, Henry.
Their zeal
And restoring
never
Arcadia to resplendence is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, this... They never questioned, never doubted.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first.
Should he ever amass the courage to confront me in the flesh, I shall deal with him as I see fit.
Of course. An arbiter's judgment is always sound. Matriarch's blessings on you. Let's not waste time, then. I'll lead us to the restricted wing now. Once there, reopen the rift using the modulator, so we can begin searching for clues. This way. There's the sorry excuse of interstitial reconfigurating matter that claimed my arm. Let's open the hood, shall we? Rifts reconstitute matter in an imprecise manner, but use your imagination to conjure the original scene. That could lead us to the evidence we need. You've discovered something? You've discovered something? I knew it! I am absolved! And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would characterize Valancourt as many vile and unmentionable things, but a traitor? No. The man cannot defecate without humming a Protectorate anthem. For all the time I've spent trying to unsnarl Valancourt's mercurial behavior, it seems there was yet more I did not know about him. Did you uncover anything else? I had heard rumors of the Sovereign's diminished popularity since the war began, but I scarcely trusted their veracity. That any subject should commit such an abominable offense against the Matriarch's own blood? It is nigh impossible to fathom. I think I'm beginning to understand exactly what happened here. But if you have any additional points of data, please share them. How did this go unnoticed during final checks? This is surely why the rift destabilized on us. You've provided more evidence than I could have hoped for. Thank you. Valancourt must have sought to curry favor with the Consul by eliminating the Sovereign and making space for the Consul to step into power. He sabotaged the machine, hoping the rift would perform his dirty work for him, and left me to suffer the repercussions. Chief Valancourt is an obvious threat to the values we hold so dear, and thus a traitor to this great Protectorate. Do you not agree, Arbiter?
This evidence is insurmountable. Valancourt must answer for his crimes.
Then let us go and confront him, now.
I hear your cry for justice, subject, but arbitrations have had a knack for becoming violent since the invasion. For your safety, you must remain here.
Yes, Arbiter. As you say, Valancourt is unlikely to provide conversation before slipping you a bullet, so I recommend slipping him one first. Be ready to fight and give him no quarter. When it's done, return to me. Erstwhile, I will be doing my ample best not to chew through my nail beds.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Adversary.
I have...
Further damage, Commander.
None shall stand against us!
I've eyes on a miscreant.
Combatant scared.
You have my thanks and my hammer.
You've discovered something. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless, my name is cleared and you deserve a reward for your efforts. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it. Thank you again, but you mustn't stay. Go. I'll handle the cleanup.
Now that you have the rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rift could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem-solving may be required in reaching them.
We should talk, Commander. Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked for death so much. There is someone who would have tried to I knew him from before. Anyway, I know hopefully it will bring me that much. I'm not just saying this because I take great joy in the killing of those who have betrayed me, but we should find some glorious dawn camps so
With the Consul now in charge, harsher restrictions are likely to be implemented across Arcadia. Avoiding Protectorate capture, interrogation, and/or disembowelment is advised.
My blood boils at the Consul's gall. Overtaking the Sovereign at this most vulnerable time for the Protectorate. He will pay 1,000 times for this treachery. Any fool enough to stand beside him will fall as well. Justice will spare none. None!
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's consul usurping the Sovereign's authority is it did not happen sooner. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
I'll admit, the coup caught me on the back foot. Always figured the consul for a power snatcher, but I'd never put bits down on him betraying the Sovereign. They seem so tight-knit. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. Me? Rejoicing over a tyrant squabble? Never. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, far as I'm concerned. The Consul might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than ever before.
Commander.
Don't mind me, just hydrating my scales. Law, ain't that a sentence? Got something that needs doing, Commander? Well, suppose that's all my suspicions of the Earth Directorate confirmed, for all to see. Just didn't think we'd find actual evidence of them. I feel it stings less now that they didn't help Tau Ceti.